I think Ang has a, the strength of his work that's captured filmmakers for so long is just his zeroing in on character and just being able to find make every frame of the film true, and ring true to the story, to the character, and I think he is the master of subtlety and wants emotion to be built up and held, and then at certain very key moments released. And I think that's something musically that I've also worked on, that sense of holding back and emotion that it becomes submerged but builds up, and then and then release at the right moment and affect in that way.
Michael, straight.
Yeah.
I know you've been making music since you were a teenager back in Burlington.
Yeah.
And I've seen your name on movies for years, but you're in this small club of composers, and we're used to seeing the same 5 or 6 names yearly. How have you been welcomed by your composing comrades here, since this seems to be a great year for you?
Well, what's interesting is that composers, of course, are direct competitors with each other. However, in a room full of people, and if there's a couple of composers, we're the ones that will be talking to each other, because we know what the life is like. We go through the same thing every day, and we understand each other, and so we respect each other. And in a sense, we're brothers, even though we obviously are competitors. So, it's kind of funny, but yeah, in a room full of people, if I see Alexandra, for instance, that's the guy that, we'll be the ones hanging out, drinking scotch in the corner together. So, yeah, I think it's a bond with people that do what you do every day, and you have that respect and you have that feeling of brotherhood.
Not just people, congratulations.
Thank you.
Not just people in the movie industry, but even people who read the book, who were fans of the book, said, can't be made. Can't be made into a movie, and then can't be a success without a big star. Can't be a success
Yeah.
with an unknown actor. Did you guys share those doubts before we began? At which point did you think, oh,
We shared those doubts till about a month and a half ago, honestly. It was a very difficult film to make. Ang will say this, and I'll say this. It's the most difficult film of the however many dozens of films that I've done to make. And especially because I read the book when it first came out, 15 years ago. I loved it, and it really moved me. And I felt very obligated to really bring that essence to life, and to not not shortchange the magic of the book, and to recapture how I felt when I read the book. And we knew it was a very tall order and maybe impossible. And yeah, the process the whole time. So we're breaking new ground here, and it's never straightforward. There's no model, and so there's a lot of trial and error. I worked on this score for over a year, which is a very long time for a film score. But we needed all that time because we had to do the wrong thing many times and then figure out what the right thing was.
Hi, Michael. I'm Cheyenne with Canal Plus French Television, right over here in the middle.
There you are, right in front of me, right, of course.
Congratulations.
Hi, thanks.
As a composer, who are your biggest musical influences?
Well, when I grew up, I grew up kind of all about the music, so it wasn't so much filmic writers, but I guess I grew up in a time of like progressive rock, so that was kind of a thing that I loved, and I came up in a classical training as well, so I started out singing in choirs and leading choirs eventually, and I had that sort of side of it too. So. Kind of a strange mixture of things. I love all kinds of music. My collection is really eclectic, and especially non-Western music. That's something I've studied and spent a lot of time with, is music from all different countries of the world. Thanks.
Michael, over here. Hello, right here.
There. Hi.
This is a question from the HFPS Twitter fans. Your quick impressions of India and how it influenced the score?
Well, I've been going to India for decades now to work and for fun, and my wife is Indian, so we have family there. It's a second home and it's a second culture to me. I'm very comfortable with it and very familiar with it. So, yeah, it was so fun to be able to bring that into this film, and yeah, my impressions of India are just that it's a place where anything is possible except what you expect. So, thank you.